Okay, in this video we'll be looking at C1 January 2008, the solutions to questions 1 till 7. Now what I've done just to make this video slightly shorter is I've gone through the solutions already, but I'll just quickly talk through them. Right, okay, so what I've done is that for the first one, it's asking you to integrate 3x squared plus 4x to the power of 5 minus 7 with respect to x. So remember, with integration you add 1 to the indice and divide by the new power. So in this case 3x squared, 2 plus 1 is 3, then you just divide by 3, plus 4x to the power of 6 divided by 6 minus 7x, and then you plus c. Do not forget this plus c. Okay, and then you just simplify, so 3 and 3 cancel, 2 goes into 4 twice, into 6 3 times, so that leaves you 2x to the power of 6 over 3 minus 7x plus c. Alright, that's your 4 marks for your first question. Right, number 2 is asking you for indice values, and you have to know your rules. So 16 to the power of a quarter, it just means that you're trying to find the fourth root of 16. So 4 same numbers that multiply to give you 16, which will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 2 2s are 4, times 2, which is 8 times 2 will be 16, so my answer will be 2. With this one here, part B, you're asking to simplify 16x to the power of 12 in the brackets raised to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. Now because it's in the brackets, everything in the brackets is raised by 3 to the power of 4. So the way to do this is 16 is raised to 3 over 4, and x to the power of 12 is raised to 3 quarters. So now you can multiply these two, so 3 quarters times 12 will equal 9. Alright, and then with this, it's another indice rule, is that root 16, when we just worked it out, and you raise it up to this power here, to the power of 3, so in other words 2 raised to the power of 3. So remember, this goes inside a bracket and that's left outside a bracket. That's the best way to remember it, so inside and outside. Then you times it to the power of 9. This dot in maths can mean to multiply, so it doesn't confuse you with an x, and then that will equal 8x to the power of 9. Right, question 3 is just a matter of multiplying surds. So now the rule you have to remember is that because it's 2 plus root 3, you have to multiply by 2 minus root 3, you change the sign, okay, like I've done here. So 5 times 2 will be 10. Okay, so I've multiplied that one by this one. Alright, and then minus 2, because there's a minus here, that gives you minus 2 root 3. Alright, and then I'll times this one by that one. Doesn't matter which order you times it in. So you got minus 5, because that's a minus there, root 3. And remember, 2 roots with the same number will give you the number inside the root. Because 2 minuses make a plus, and then root 3 times root 3 give you 3. Over here, same thing, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 2 root 3, this one here, minus 2 root 3, which is down here, and then minus 3. Right, so now these two cancel out. Okay, because I've got 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3, and if I simplify this one on top, it gives you minus 2 root 3 minus 5 root 3, which gives you minus 7, and 10 plus 3 will give you 13. So I've added these two, and I've simplified these two. Right, and then you get 4 minus 3 at the bottom, which is 1, and your final answer is 13 minus 7 root 3. Okay, moving on to number 4, you got these 2 points and you have to work out the equation, but you need it in this format here. So you should know the difference in y over difference in x will give you a gradient. So gradient, we can use m to symbolize gradient. So it doesn't matter which way around you take these numbers, but as long as you take the other coordinate from the same bracket. So for example, I've taken minus 3 from here, I need to make sure my 8 comes first in the x. So what I've done is minus 3 minus 4 all over 8 minus minus 6, which is giving you minus 7 or 14. Simplified gives you minus a half. Put it back into this formula here, so y minus y1 equals m brackets x minus x1, with m being the gradient you just worked out, and you can take out any points from here. So this minus 4 I've taken from this point here, this is my x, and this x value here plus 6 plus y is taken from here. Now the reason why that's y, because remember the formula is x minus x1, so then what I've done is x minus minus, which gives you a plus. Alright, to get rid of the fraction, multiply everything by 2, so that gives you 2y minus 8. Remember this minus 1, you treat it as if there's a minus 1 outside the bracket, so everything inside of here is times by minus 1. So when you expand the bracket, it's minus x minus 6. Now because I want it in the format of ax plus by plus c, bring it to the other side. So then what you have will be x, because this becomes positive, plus 2y minus 8 plus 6 gives you minus 2. So that's in the form of ax plus by plus c. Okay, number 5 is asking you to write the formats of p and q, where p and q are constants. Remember, it's indices questions again. So root x can be written as x to the power of a half. Okay, so because all of it is being divided by x, I can split them up. So 2x to the power of a half over x plus 3 over x. Now this will give you 2 to the minus 2x to the power of minus a half, because remember, we're the same, because you've got x's on both sides, you take away the indices. So imagine there's a 1 there, a half take a 1 will give you minus a half. And remember, anything over a fraction, so for example I'll put it down here, 1 over x is equal to x minus 1, just raise it up to minus 1. So this will be 3x to the power of minus 1. Alright, so that's your answer for A. For part B, you work out dy dx. So now you worked out this solution here, you already put it in this format to make it easier for you. So when we differentiate 5x, it becomes 5, minus 7 goes, because it's a number there. So when you times minus a half by 2, which will give you minus 1, and then take away 1 from here, which will give you minus 3 over 2, times that by 3, positive 3, to give you minus 3, x to the power of minus 2, because I've taken 1 from there. Okay, and that should be your final answer. Alright, okay, I've missed out 4b, so let's go back to 4b. Right, 4b is asking you to work out the distance, and it wants you distance of the line AB, and it wants it in the form of k root 5, where k is an integer. Now the formula to find out AB is you take away your x2 value from x1 and square it, plus y2 minus y1 square it. Now because you want AB, this will be AB squared. Because we want AB on its own, you square root all your answers in there. So you just put your values in. So 8 minus minus 6 squared, plus 4 minus minus 3 squared, and these points I've got from here, which they're given to you, minus 6 minus 4. It's a matter of substituting in, so then you get 196 plus 149, which will give you 2 root 5. Now the way to simplify this third is find two numbers that multiply to give you 245, but one of the numbers has to be a root number. So root 49 gives you 7, and then root 5 you can't simplify, so your final answer is 7 root 5. Okay, so memorize this formula, it will really help you to work out the distance of a line. Okay, and finally moving on to number 6. Number 6 is just your transformation of curves, and again these are rules that you have to learn by heart. So 2f of x just means that you're going to stretch parallel to the y-axis by 2. So this is 2, the coordinates are 2, 5. It will stretch up to 2, 10. Okay, because you times the 5 on the y-axis, or the y-coordinate, by 2, which will be 2, 10. Now y equals minus f of minus x. So the minus is inside the bracket, you reflect it on the y-axis. So I've done part B over here for you. That's part B. So when you reflect it, it's just minus 4 minus 1 will be these coordinates. And your main coordinates here will be minus 2, because it's reflected in the y-axis over here, so that's minus 2. And your y-coordinates stay the same here on 5. Now part C is asking you the maximum point on the curve with equation f brackets x plus a is on the y-axis. So if it's on the y-axis, that means this is moved this way. Now in order to become, because it's 2 here, in order to go to 0, on the y-axis x will be 0, you have to have moved back by minus 2. So therefore making a equals minus 2. Okay, I hope that's helped, and I'll be making the video for questions 7 to 11. Thanks for watching.